Alright, so welcome back to the channel, and I'm finally back. I know I said I'd post weekly in my last video, but things just got off the rails, but hopefully now I can actually post weekly. But I'd just like to say thank you so much for the positive comments and constructive criticism, and I'll just start this video off by answering some of the questions I got in the comments. So I've been getting quite a few comments saying that I'm a little too vague, and looking back on my videos, I can totally see that. Also, I just want to thank you guys for 200 subscribers. And I love the positive comments and constructive criticism, so keep those coming. I listen to every comment, or at least read it, even though I don't respond to them or anything. I just like to bundle them up in videos. If you see anything I can improve, I'm totally open to your guys' advice. Also, it takes me a while to make these videos because essentially what you see in the video I make from scratch, so that's why it takes a while to get a video out and my upload schedule is kind of crazy. But anyway, in this video we're going to be doing the RAM and output registers. What you see in the video playing is me building the output register, and essentially what it does is it holds onto the ALU's output and then the clock signals when to push it forward to the next step. So this red bit over here is what we're going to be going over today. This is the output register, and what it does is it reads the output and then the clock opens up the register and it allows the output to go through, and then it just stores the output here. Obviously it's not connected to the next thing because there is nothing after this, but it just holds the output. Eventually we will build what comes after this, but for now, just know that it holds the output until it's pushed over. Okay, so just to get into a little more detail of what's happening inside each module over there, I have one of them lined up over here, so a full module is just 4 of them beside each other. But basically, how exactly this works is, you have your input coming in from the ALU, or your output. It would be the output from the ALU comes to this. So let's just say it's on. The clock opens up the clock opens up the input, or the input to the output register. That's kind of confusing to say, but you know what I mean. And it lets it pass through. That then stores it in its in this one redstone block. Basically, what it does is it the signal goes up here, which deactivates this redstone, which deactivates this. Just a side note. This line right here has to be connected to all the modules like this. So say if input 2, or in this case the input to the output register 2, had been triggered, it's carrying a signal, then it'll tell this one to unlock, so it can unlock this signal and it can go blank. So it can't just be connected to itself, it has to be connected to all of them. Repeater, and then unlocks this repeater. So when you turn the signal off, or when the clock closes this off again, ideally this will be open for a tick or 2 ticks. So when the clock closes again, it turns the light on, locks the repeater, and it's stuck with the signal that's in. So that holds the signal in, so even if the signal turns off, it'll do that. The only time it'll keep updating, probably every 2 or 4 ticks, it doesn't matter. That's what your computer speed means, or so what I'm trying to say here is, the faster the clock speed in the Minecraft computer, the faster the computer can make an output. Kind of like how a real computer works. If your CPU has a 4 GHz clock speed, it's going to be faster than one with a 3 GHz clock speed. Ideally, the more simple you make your ALU and this entire thing, the faster you can make your computer. But in this case, it's probably going to be a slower one because there's a lot of steps and redstone and stuff like that. Just a lot of redstone lines that are unused. So this one's probably going to be on the slower side, but it'll still work for the same one. Here's an even smaller view, and you can just pause it right here if you want to build it. This will probably be a better build. And here you can pause. So I'll just build a third part to this thing, so it might be easier for you guys to understand. So all this redstone repeater does is it prevents the signal from up here coming back down and then influencing these signals. Also, another big thing, this one has to be on the max tick delay. And so now let's just test it out by putting in a signal. And yeah, there we have it. And then we can just clear it. Perfect. So that's the output register. Alright, and now for the RAM. So basically what I did for the RAM was I just like spliced the signal coming off of the output and just like kind of busted down here, as you can see, to each like RAM module, which is essentially this. The only difference is this can clear on command, clear, write, and read on command, and this is just like a autonomous process of the entire machine. So essentially this works the exact same way as that, as I just explained. It's just in a different color here, and the only other difference is it has an output section that can be like, you know, output on command or whatever. And then eventually if we want to add more RAM, you just splice it off of this and just keep going. But for this example, we're just gonna have one thing of RAM. Alright, so that's the end of this video. I know I post these videos very infrequently, like once every 3 months or something. It takes me about 3 weeks to produce one of these videos, just between like designing the part that I'm going to show you and then like figuring out a good way to say it and all that, and then like editing takes like another week or like weekend, because I don't really work on these on weekdays because I have school and stuff. But I do play other games. I build Minecraft houses too. I play Valorant. Occasionally I'll play Overwatch, CSGO. I have a ton of games. Cyberpunk, I played that. So really, whatever you guys want to see, just drop it in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Since I've started making this video, we've gained 36 subscribers. That's kind of insane. Never thought I'd be at this place, so don't forget to, you know, subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next one, which hopefully won't be in 3 months.